Hello and welcome to the Blade Break channel. For the third day of the Briar deck testing, we've done one small change to the deck itself. Basically, we included the Crown of Seeds, getting rid of Crown of Dichotomy, and yeah, we included that card particularly for the Iyslander matchup. Hope we'll be able to try that out today. And yeah, let's go into the games. Hope you will have fun watching those. Please leave some comments of all the misplays. I would be glad to review them and check the different lineups of the gameplay I could have taken, learn from that, and get better at playing the Briar deck itself. So let's go into the games now. Cheers. We will start the day with DeFi matchup, and opponent chose to start the game. We'll use the usual lineup for DeFi. Stay with the CNCs, get rid of Coxes, get rid of D-Reacts, get rid of Exudes, and maybe one Lightning Press and one of the Race Faces. And yeah, let's start the game. Let's also wish them good luck, have fun. So, they will be starting, so I'm glad to filter out that hand a bit. I hope they will not just straight out pass. So they are playing the Mask of Momentum Kodachi style, so they will get some damage in, I guess. We can kinda use the Iron Weave early to stop that trigger. Now we kinda have to block 4, and we will do that. Now we kinda block 3 out of that 4. And a snatch. We can prevent the arsenal, and we will do that. So they forced equipment out of us kinda nicely, but now we can respond with attacks of our own. So what we will do in here is play that one with Go Again and follow up with Rosetta, arsenaling the CNC. So they can take 5, they can take another 4 if they want to. I'm fine with that, and we will arsenal that one. Now we can kinda play the Bramble into the CNC and arsenal that one. So let's let that through. We can think about fixing our hand a bit with the Crown now. But let's see how they will attack. So yeah, let's break that one to kind of avoid the mask, at least as long as we can. Maybe create a bigger gap before the mask trigger will be inevitable. Let's see what's the follow-up. So that's a 4. That's a weird one to block. Yeah, let's give them that one. Yeah. That's a bad one. So they are playing 5 with go again, but that's just the damage. So yeah, let's take that one and let's see what's the last one. If it's an arsenal, it's an arsenal. So now we can force some blocks out of that arsenal, and we can do that by playing the CNC for 9. Okay, so we got 2 equipments, 2 cards, not so bad. We will arsenal that one and start from there. We can filter out one of the entwine lightnings. So let's see, of course they will... I am considering blocking the... I guess that's fine. Okay. So now what we want to do is play 2 Nimblism to enable go again. And yeah, attack with that for 10. Then if this hits, we will have go again on the Gloom Veil. So we will have go again on the Gloom Veil now. And if this hits, we will play the Entwine into Rosetta, which will present another 8. Oh, we should play just the Rosetta. Let's play Entwine. Into Rosetta. And leave them at 6. So now we can kind of block some of the damage using the crown, filtering something, see if we can get a non-attack action. But one will go through, that's for sure. The 3 we will block. You can slowly make them get rid of the cards in their hand. They are at low life total, so we can kind of do that by just blocking some of the damage and attacking with one card, arsenaling the other, then filtering out and playing out of 5 cards in hand. So that's a 5. And since that's a 5 with the potential ancestral, we can block that fully. And and filter out that one. So now we will attack for 4 and arsenal that one. And let's see if they will give us 1 card from hand, or they will let it hit. Potentially 1 card and a furnace. Not really. So what we wanna do is arsenal the bramble and go from there. They have 20 HP to take. We will be blocking only what we need. We will block the 4. Not to give them the mask. Okay, they will have the mask. That's fine. But this also kinda creates the case where they are not able to kill us. They just cannot kill us. And we will have fused bramble into Weaver, Erase Face and a Rosetta. So that's just the game, I guess. Yeah, let's take the 1. And let's play our game. And a Rosetta to finish things off. I mean, that's a really awkward 5 version to play against. Okay. Yeah, they just couldn't survive the arcane from the Rosetta. GG, mate. Yeah, so that was the 5 matchup, and let's go for the next one. Next up we will have the Iyslander matchup, and for that matchup it's the latest change that we've made to the deck may come useful, which will be Crown of Seeds. We want to test that out. Because of that we will want to play 2 arcane barriers in the chest and arms equipment, and the snappies as usual. We will get rid of coaxes of commotion and CNCs, evergreens, D-reacts, and maybe lightning press as well will go. So yeah, the opponent will have to choose who goes first. Let's wish them good luck, have fun, and see what they will decide. Of course they will potentially go first to establish arsenal and get the Iyslander thing rolling, but yeah, let's see. The Crown of Seeds in the sideboard is strictly for the Iyslander matchup and only for that matchup. So we can kind of play around with the arsenal, starting with the pitching for arsenal, drawing a card, maybe having more resources, preventing some of the future arcane damage that will be dealt in our turn. So let's see if that works at all. This is a testing phase. If not, we will just get rid of that, but let's see how it works with this particular matchup. So they decided to go first, of course. We have 1 blue in hand, which may come in handy. But they will attack with Dominated Emptiness. So yeah, we will have to take some of the damage, and they will have 5 card hand. That's the best start they could potentially get. So already a difficult situation in here. No equipment to block. So what we want to do is play the nimblism, maybe attack with go again, maybe into Rosetta, and Arsenal research to feed the crown next turn if needed. So that's a 7. We can prevent 1 potentially if we get a frostbite, 1 arcane I mean. Yeah, no reactions to that. That's nice. So we will follow up with Rosetta. And Arsenal the search. That's a great start on their side with the Nourishing Emptiness. That kinda gave them room. They've prevented the arcane, they can block the physical if they want to. They didn't. Yeah, so we will be facing some damage now. In case. Yeah, so we will use the crown. And prevent some of the arcane. So we can prevent 2. And they will follow up with the moon for another 2, I guess. Yeah. But we want to take that to be able to play the Nimblism and a Snatch potentially. If they give us a Frostbite to pay with the Gloomveil and Arsenal the Surge again. And that's what we will try to do now. Let's hope we do not get 2 Frostbites. So yeah, let's play with a Snatch. Make them kinda scared that we can use the Snappies for that one. Let's see what they have in Arsenal. It's Hypothermia. So that's fine. It will lose go again. I don't need it to have go again. That was not the plan. They will use the Respite, which is just disgusting, and let's see if they let free damage through or just block. They let free damage through, so we can Arsenal that one. Having 2 blues is fine. We can yet again do the Crown of Seeds if needed now. If not, we will just play that from the Arsenal, potentially bump it, then go with Gloomveil and maybe a Rosetta and an Arsenal of our own. We will see. So they want to do that kind of play. So I guess we will gladly use the crown and pay 1 to avoid the discarding. And you can already see that this crown comes in handy. It kinda prevented damage on the previous turn. leaving us with the 4-card hand again. Now we have a 4th card hand again, and the coronet peak did nothing, I guess. So yeah, let's start with that one, giving it go again. If they block, we can bump it to give that go again. But they do not block. So we will follow up with Gloomveil. And bump it and arsenal that one. Just to have the Crown of Seeds yet again for the shenanigans that will come. Yeah, so we will react in here just to push more damage. Okay, they had 1D react, and that's fine. Still, one less card to worry about, and some damage is coming through. So that's fine, I guess. And we just pass, and we just pass, and we just arsenal. And we can do the whole thing yet again. So they will Ice Vein us. We can use the Crown to prevent 1 of that damage, 2 to pay 2 to not discard the card. So that's exactly what we will do. Let's see what we can draw. And we drew into the blue card. We will not prevent the damage. We will pay 2 to stay on the 4-card hand. And we have a big one turn, because this will have go again. And we drew into that one. Now we kind of wanna maybe pay 2 and see what happens. Yeah, let's pay 2 and see what happens. I hope we will get at least 1 card to have that with go again, and maybe Rosetta. Let's see if they want to play the Frostbite now. Yeah, they kind of want to. And we whiffed, which is just exemplar. So we kind of want to push damage now. It's kind of shame that we were not able to hit anything with the Sonata, but yet then again, imagine drawing into that hand against the Iyslander, 4 red attacks. This doesn't do us any good. So Sonata kinda fixed that for us. We took the hand, so it's not so bad. We have resources now, and we can just go ahead and do that again. So it will be just straight out 7 arsenal and having a blue on the hand. Okay, so they are using Tunic now. Playing Cold Snap. I do not want to pay for that. Either way, we would buff the attack, so now they made that clear for us. So that's 4, and I'm guessing they are having a second D-React in the hand. Or something big to... Yeah, we will not pay for that one, we will Arsenal. And let's see what we draw out of the Crown of Seeds. This is kind of awkward if we do not draw to the attack. So that's a channel. So we do not want to respond to that. So let's we have like 9 resources, so that's fine to play around. So now we will play the channel and the exude and Arsenal the other card, I guess. That's a problem. I would say that's a big one. Let's see how many frostbite they can give us. If they pop the potion or not. So we will not be choosing. Let's see. They paid 9, so we will have 3, 4. I will not prevent. I mean, I can prevent 1. I will 4, 5. No, I cannot prevent anything. Just to be able to play the exude. Now they are scared, seeing that I didn't prevent anything. They wonder if they should have popped the potion to stop the turn. Because now they will be taking 7 damage. Or, yeah, they just conceded. They knew that I can attack after that. So, yeah. GG, if you can read it. So, yeah, so as you can see, the Crown of Seeds can come in handy when it comes to playing Iyslander. We can kind of rotate a lot, get the resources, pay off the on hits, and maintain the 4-card hand in multiple instances. So yeah, I hope we will play some more Iyslander to test that out, you know, on more games and see if it's consistent or not. So let's try to find another match now. And for our last game today, we will be facing the Dorinthea. So let's greet our opponent, and yeah, for the equipment lineup we'll use the usual in that matchup. They can use the crowns, so I will get rid of CNCs, coaxes, evergreens, the usual. I will leave the D-reacts maybe, so we will get rid of erase faces, because those do not do much in that matchup, and maybe 1 lightning press. We want to go first, and yeah, let's start the game. So the idea in here is that we want to race with the Dorinthea, but at some point in the game we will have to make some blocks to prevent them from having too much of the counters on the blade. So yeah, we can easily win the race if they do not build up the sword. If we let them build the counters on the sword, they can just basically block with 3 cards from their hand and attack with a sword to swing the tempo at some point in the game. They're kind of thinking a lot about their sideboard, so let's ask them if they are ready to play the game. Maybe just to kinda give them a little kick. Yeah. So since we wanted to start, the idea is to maybe in that particular case filter out some of the hand and arsenal and go from there, and not let them filter their hand. So maybe that is a good idea to do, and arsenal that one. So now we have the react, a kind of awkward hand. Maybe we want to filter something out of it. So that's just a straight 5. And we can take 5. And let's see what's next. And there's an attack for 3 or for 4. And we can try to if they bump it, it would be 7. And we only have 6. So maybe let's block 4 and see if they react, and we will get rid of these rounds on me. And they choose not to react. So now basically maybe we just want a big attack with go again and a Rosetta to start the race. We can arsenal the sigil and keep the channel for the next turn. Potentially we will be able to establish it. Yeah, that's good that they are giving their equipment. That's kind of fine. Using all of that now. Less things to worry about later. Of course, 5-card hand is kind of hefty. We will do the Rosetta arsenal. Now we can establish the channel mount. The problem is that we do not have any attacks. And maybe Sonata will give us one. But not sure if we can So it's a 7. It will have dominate till the end of the game. So this is, if it hits, it gets go again. So yeah, let's take 7 and block off the second attack using one of the channels and some equipment and maybe the D-React. Let's see. So maybe let's not use the equipment yet. Let's see how they react. And that's fine. I guess that's fine. Now we kinda need Sonata to hit something. Now it's kinda sad. So we will establish that with the go again. And attack for 20 next turn, maybe, if those are 7s. Those first few hands were kind of clunky, and we have to now play from behind, taking the 6, trying to block the second attack. Maybe they will give it go again with the thing that draws the card on the reprise, I guess. I don't recall what's that called now. Oh, okay, it got on hit. Go again. So they played push the point. And we'll buff it, and they want to have the counter. This is 2, this is 4, unfortunately. I can block that, getting rid of 6 damage next turn. But yeah, I mean, they have potential to buff it again, so I actually won't. I need to start the race. Yeah, exactly. They have the buff anyway. No arsenal for them right now, so let's see if those are 7s. Those are mer 5s. So that's just sad. We do not threat enough damage for them to block. And yet another 5. And maybe a 7. And then another 2. And This could be 9. Now we kinda have to let that through to have a turn with the fun. Yeah, that's exactly glint of Quicksilver. That's what I was thinking about in the previous turn. So that's a 4. So we can attack for 4, 5, 8 with go again and a draw on hit, and hopefully draw to some other attack, give it go again and a Rosetta. So that's a 6 dominate. And that's fine. So now we will play Force of Nature, search into the Exude. We go again and draw on hit, so they either give us some cards or we will draw. Hopefully an attack for 0, which we can snap and finish off with Rosetta. But let's see. The attack does not have to be for 0, but it kinda have to. Okay, so that's 8, and that's another 4. Okay, they will block 3 of it. We will snap. Then we will pop that one, and Rosetta. And we basically need 1 blue now to survive. I mean, to win the game. We have the embodiment, and if they do not have the barrier, so we need 1 blue to win, or we can draw into one of the 2 remaining sigils. No sigils for us, no blues for us, which is kinda unfortunate. And they have the supremacy. No go again on that one. The sad part is that we have to block with all the attacks, or they will draw. But they draw after the hit, so maybe they will not be able to give it. They have the bolters, so we kinda have to block like that. If they have some reaction in the arsenal, that's game. So now we kind of want to take one of the cards, just one. Okay, spoils. And yet again, no sigil. 5 go again. Let's block the 5. We have a blue. If we can keep that in hand. Okay, that's a bad one. Now we will not be able to keep that in hand. But we have to risk it, I guess. We have to risk that they do not have the reaction in the hand. And we kinda live on 2 life. Because the next turn they kill us anyway. We will not be able to block all the damage. They're thinking if they should buff. Yeah. So now they will not have the reaction. They could have bluffed. Because that's a game. Yeah. They could have bluffed. Now we just take the game with the Runchant. And that's GG, mate. Yeah, so that was the last game for today. Hope you enjoyed it and the rest of the games. And yeah, see you soon, guys.